Riley, why don't you give it a shot?
Oh, I don't know.
That's totally okay. So first we're gonna distribute what's outside of the parentheses. And then we're gonna...
Wow.
What's going on, guys? Come on, no cell phones. Where did you get that?
Ms. Callahan, would you mind explaining the rest of the problem to me?
Of course, Riley, sure.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey.
How was your day? What's wrong?
It's Ricky again.
Your kid. What do you do now?
One of my students somehow has a photo of me in a bikini. It's from a long time ago, but Ricky is the only person who could possibly have something like that.
What is this guy's problem? He's got to get over this obsession that he has with you. You broke up, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
For now, just pray things don't get worse.
Come on, just one kiss.
Max, stop, we're at school.
No one's gonna see. Come on.
Max, no! Stop it.
You're such a prude.
Hey, Riley.
Mrs. Callahan, a word. Who would do this to you?
It's my ex-boyfriend from high school. Every once in a while, he tries to come back into my life, and I don't let him, but it seems he's resorted to this now.
Have you contacted the police?
Yeah, I have, but because there's no way I can prove that it's him sending the photos, they say there's nothing they can do.
Do you have an attorney?
Do you know how much attorneys charge per hour? We're barely keeping up with rent.
Mrs. Callahan, you're one of the best teachers we have here at Brookside. I really don't want to lose you.
Wait, is my job at risk? But I haven't done anything wrong, and these are just photos of me in a swimsuit. It's not like
You're fine for now. But if this situation escalates and parents get involved, it won't be good. My advice to you is, if you have a way to get a hold of him or know where he is, get him to stop.
We're closed.
Katie. Baby.
Don't call me that.
Come on. For old times.
You need to stop, Ricky, with all of it. With the photos, the harassment. You need to move on. It's been a decade. Let me live my life and go live yours.
Yep. That's not gonna happen.
Why are you doing this? I've never done anything.
Because, Katie, you broke my heart. We had a good thing going, and then you went and broke up with me.
Okay, I am not here to talk about our high school relationship. I moved on a long time ago, and so should you. Just leave me alone. I mean it.
Or what?
So you can use the quadratic equation to help solve it.
That makes so much more sense. Thank you. Can I ask you a question off topic?
Sure.
Do you think I should wear makeup? I heard some of the other girls saying I need to.
Well, do you want to wear makeup?
Not really. Not before their comments, at least.
Well, don't let anyone try to convince you to do something that you're not comfortable with. If you want to wear makeup, then great. And if you don't feel pressured just to fit in.
Okay. Can I ask another question? It's a little more sensitive. I'd ask my mom, but she's not always the easiest to talk to. My boyfriend, Max, we've been together for over a year, and he's been pressuring me to do things I'm not really ready for. He said he's gonna break up with me if I don't.
Riley, I can promise you, this is not the type of guy you want to be with. Someone who really cares about you will never make you do anything that you're not 100% comfortable with.
Thanks, Mrs. Callahan. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Good, I'm glad. You know, one of the reasons I wanted to become a teacher was to help young people avoid the kind of mistakes that I made while growing up. So you can come talk to me about anything, not just quadratic equations.
Riley, what are you doing here? School let out 30 minutes ago.
Miss Callahan was just helping me with something.
Uh-huh. I don't want you spending time with this woman, especially not alone.
What?
I don't need my daughter hanging out with someone who presents themselves like this. As head of the PTA, I believe I speak on behalf of all of the parents when I say that Mrs. Callahan is not fit to be a member of the faculty here, or anywhere else for that matter.
With all due respect, I am more than fit to be teaching here. Not only do I have all the credentials, but the students love working with me. No one spends more time helping these kids outside of class than I do.
Regardless of your credentials, you are not the type of role model that we want our children exposed to. Now, you know I know the law, and I will find grounds for dismissal if need be. Principal Thompson, if you continue to allow her to teach here, then I'll simply notify the board. And that is not a very good look for Brookside or its principal.
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Callahan.
All right, class, listen up. I am Mrs. Larson, your new teacher. I came from a boarding school, so you will all respect me. All right. Now, who can solve this problem? Anybody? You? You? You. Get up there and solve the problem.
Can you choose someone else?
I could, but I didn't. So get up there and solve the problem. So, are you going to solve it?
I'm sorry. I'm just kind of nervous. Mrs. Callahan never made us solve problems in front of the class. She usually just worked through them with us.
Oh, well, in case you hadn't noticed, I am not Mrs. Callahan. I'll solve the problem. All right, class, since we're all being difficult today, I think it's time for a pop quiz. You go sit down.
I miss Mrs. Callahan.
Hi, sweetheart. Your father told me that you finally broke up with Max. Cannot tell you how happy I am. He was not the guy for you. Glad you finally came to your senses. Yeah. So how was school today? Do you like your new teacher?
Not at all. She's horrible.
Come on, Riley, she can't be that bad.
No, you don't understand just how bad she is. I want Mrs. Callahan back. Everyone does.
No, Riley, there's no chance I'm letting that woman near Brookside again. You'll get used to her. Just give it time. Oh. Look, I'm sorry, I have to take this. It's my firm. Hi, yes, this is Amy.
what's gonna happen. You two are just gonna have to settle this like adults.
Hey, sweetheart. Oh, honey. Have you been in that same spot all day?
I just feel like my life is over. All I've ever wanted to do was teach.
Hey, don't worry. It's all just gonna blow over. And you're gonna find a great new teaching gig like that. Just you watch.
I don't know about that. Look.
Katie Callahan of Brookside High School was recently fired after some of her racy photos were leaked. The photos were sent to students, members of the faculty, and parents at the high school.
I can't believe that's on social media. Babe, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to go confront this guy myself?
It's not gonna accomplish anything now. I just wish everyone knew the real story about what happened back then.
Well, why didn't you tell them?
I tried. The principal
No,
wouldn't...
I'm not talking about the principal. I'm talking about everyone.
Do you see these quizzes? F. Oh, F. And look, another F. Woohoo! How you ever made it to the 10th grade is completely beyond me. There is one place where these quizzes belong. In the trash. There is one place where these quizzes belong. In the trash.
I cannot believe a teacher would actually speak to her students this way. She needs to go. Now.
You're right. That is unacceptable, but it is hard to find teachers these days. We're at the mercy of the substitutes we can get until we find a permanent replacement.
How long? This is my daughter's future we're talking about.
A month? Up to a year?
A year? No way. I want Mrs. Callahan back, please.
No, Riley. That is not even a question. She chose to behave inappropriately.
It wasn't her fault.
What are you talking about?
She made a TikTok explaining everything. You didn't see it?
Hey everyone, my name is Katie Callahan. I'm the teacher that recently went viral for getting fired from Brookside because of some old photos. So I thought I'd get on here and explain my side of the story, because this could really happen to anyone. You see, my parents moved us to California my sophomore year. I was a shy kid and I never had a lot of friends. So I was pretty relieved when the senior invited me over to his table on the first day of my new school. Before long, we started dating. I was so excited. I'd never had a boyfriend before, or even a lot of friends, to be honest. I felt like I finally belonged. What I didn't know was what would happen next. Ricky started pressuring me to do things I did not want to do, like cutting class, or stealing things, or even drinking alcohol. I would say no to try to get out of it, but he'd keep insisting. I felt trapped. So for some time, I said yes to things that I now regret. After a while, I finally came to my senses and broke up with him. But that did not go so well. He'd try to retaliate against me every chance he got. Even until this day. So you see, I got pressured into doing things that I never wanted to do. and it still hurts me to this day. And that's a big reason why I became a teacher in the first place. I just wanted to help young people avoid the same mistakes that I made. Because one bad decision can haunt you for a lifetime. As it's doing to me.
I don't know. I mean, is she a good teacher? Yes. But do I want her giving life advice to my daughter?
I think she gives amazing advice. Who do you think convinced me to break up with Max? Mom, Max was trying to pressure me into doing things that I wasn't ready for. And if it wasn't for Mrs. Callahan, I probably would have.
Your TikTok's getting a lot of positive responses.
Yeah, but it's not changing anything.
Well, would it make you feel any better if I told you I'm making breakfast for dinner? Yeah, yeah.
I'll get it. Mrs. Brown, what are you doing here?
Hi, Katie. Riley showed me the video that you did. And I am so sorry that you had to go through all that growing up. It was really wrong.
Thanks.
And she also told me that you were the one that convinced her to break up with Max. Her father and I have been trying to get her to do that for a very long time. But for some reason, she listened to you. As do all the other kids, I'm told. Katie, you really are a wonderful teacher.
Former teacher.
About that, I spoke to the principal. And Brookside would love it if you came back. If you're still interested.
Interested? These kids are my life. But I'm not sure it's such a good idea. I don't know what my ex is gonna do. And I can't stop him.
Yes, you can. Because you happen to be the favorite teacher of a young girl whose mother is an attorney.
And you brought cupcakes? Wow, this is the best welcome back ever.
Welcome back, Mrs. Callahan.
We missed you. I missed you guys too.
Excuse me. Are you Richard Smith?
Yeah?
I represent Katie Callahan. And if I were you, I would stop doing what you're doing. Because you are liable for all of the damages you've caused her. And you wouldn't want to make your situation even worse now, would you?